Broadcasting from Hargeisa, Somaliland, this is CBA. I'm Abdullahi Hassan. Welcome to our news brief. Somaliland's Supreme Court in Hargeisa on Monday has released it on a bail the director and owner of HoryaalTV, Mr. Mohammed Usman Mire Sayed. Mr. Sayed was arrested on 7th of September whilst the television headquarters in Hargeisa was raided by Somaliland security forces. The reason is for the closure of the television is associated with broadcasting a TV program on women who are in drug abuse. The ban on HoryaalTV channel will still remain until regional court makes its jurisdiction. The Supreme Court refuses to free two Hadwanag news journalists who are still behind the bars. A statement issued by Somaliland Journalists Association Soldier has expressed their gratitude to the court for freeing HoryaalTV director on bail. The president of the semi-autonomous region of Puntland of Somalia has warned against attempts by some leaders to extend their terms in office beyond the stipulated 4-year time. Saeed Abdullahi then said that such moves would contravene the laid-down agreements and could throw the country into anarchy. Though senior federal government of Somalia officials are optimistic that the country will hold peaceful and credible elections in 2020-2021, despite the political and socio-economic challenges facing the country. Federal state presidents are warning leaders not to extend their terms in office beyond the stipulated 4-year term. President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, who was elected in 2017, beating the incumbent Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who was a frontrunner in the election. No president has ever been re-elected twice since the collapse of President Siad Barre's regime in 1991. Federal state presidents of both Jubaland and Puntland have been critical of the government led by President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo. Ethiopian Airlines has launched a new route connecting Mogadishu with Jigjiga, the administrative capital of the Somali state in Ethiopia. The airlines will make 4 flights to Jigjiga per week. The maiden flight took off from Adan Abdullah International Airport on Monday afternoon. Some of the passengers of the historic flight said the connection between the two cities will boost the economic cooperation agreement signed between the two neighboring states together with Eritrea last year. Currently, several airlines have joined Somalia's lucrative air market. Peter Tabichi, the Kenyan teacher who won the 2019 Global Teacher Prize, met with the United States President Donald Trump on Monday, ahead of his special address at the United Nations General Assembly in New York. White House Press Secretary Stephen Grisham tweeted images of the 37-year-old science teacher's meeting with Mr. Trump, but did not give details of what was discussed during the meeting. The White House lauded Tabichi for his selfless nature, giving away 80% of his salary to help needy students. Some of his students have represented Kenya at global competitions, even winning the UN Sustainable Development Global Award in May. Mr. Tabichi will address the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly to give insight to how he managed to excel as a teacher in a community where poverty is widespread. He won Farki Foundation's $1 million Global Teacher Prize in March this year. Since then, he has been invited as speaker to global summits in South Africa, Botswana, Argentina, Chile, Colombia, and the United States. South Africa has apologized to Nigeria of a spate of attacks in which Nigerians and other foreigners have been targeted. A special envoy from South Africa presented an apology from President Cyril Ramaphosa to his Nigerian counterpart Muhammadu Buhari in Nigeria's capital Abuja. The envoy chief Radibi told President Buhari that the South African government condemned the violence and was taking decisive action. He said that 10 people had died during the attacks, which were 2 Zimbabweans and 8 South Africans. According to a statement released by Mr. Buhari's office, the envoy said South Africa remained internally grateful to the role Nigeria played in ending apartheid. while the diplomatic mission is taking place. Nigeria has continued to evacuate its citizens from South Africa. More than 300 Nigerians are expected to arrive in Lagos on Tuesday. Last week, 188 evacuees arrived back to their home. Thank you for joining us. That will be our news brief for this time. Catch one Googie for the full news bulletin later tonight.